ערב שבת קודש, פרשת חיי שרה, תשפ"ג. In the beginning of the parasha, it's written, פסוק ב', ותמות שרה בקריית ארבע, היא חברון בארץ כנען. Sarah died in Kiryat Arba, which is in Hebron, in the land of Canaan, and Abraham came to eulogize Sarah and to bewail her, to cry. The Mefarshim are asking here a strong question. Naturally, when somebody from a relative who died to a person, in the beginning he cries, and after this he comes to eulogize. This is what the Gemara says in Masechet Moed Katan. 3 days, the first 3 days for crying after in the Shiva, and 7 days to eulogize. According to this, the pasuk should have said, Abraham came to cry on Sarah and then to eulogize. But the pasuk says the opposite. Abraham came to eulogize and then to cry. This is question number 1. Another question is, if you will look in the Sefer Torah, and if you will look in the Chumash also, you will see that the word velivkota, that it's being translated bewail her, the kaf, the letter kaf in the word velivkota is zeira, a small letter. This is the way it is written in the Torah. And already the Baal HaTurim asked the question, why the kaf is small, and we will see later what is his answer. Another question is that we have here. The Midrash says that the Satan, after Akedah, while Abraham, or after the Akedah, the Satan went to Sarah, and he told her, you know what? Your old husband, he took his son Yitzchak and he brought him on the altar, and her neshama went out. And Rashi, in the beginning of the parasha, Rashi makes a connection between the end of Parashat Vayera that speaks about Akedat Yitzchak with the beginning of Parashat Chaye Sarah. And Rashi says the following. And Abraham came to eulogize Sarah and to bewail her. Sarah's death is close with the binding of Yitzchak, because through hearing the news of binding that her son was died for slaughter and was nearly slaughtered, her soul flew from her and she died. And the question is here, what the Satan wanted from Sarah? What did she do bad? Why did he tell it to her? To cause her death? He wanted her to die? This is not your job. Your job, Satan, is to stop people from doing mitzvot, but not to kill people. To kill people, we have another angel. He is Malach HaMavet. So what the Satan wanted here? Why did he cause Sarah? Why did he tell it to Sarah and cause her death? another thing is that this story, this midrash that Rashi brought, on which words in the pasuk Rashi says it? Rashi says it on the words Bispod lesara velivkota. And Abraham came to eulogize Sarah and to bewail her. On this, Rashi says the story with the Satan. The story is that Sarah died. So the pasuk should have said, Rashi should have said, bring this midrash on the words at the beginning of the pasuk. Vatamot Sarah. Sarah died. So Rashi should have asked why she died. So Rashi should have said, you know what, this parasha is close to Parashat Vayera. The Samach Mem came and he told Sarah, and Sarah died. But Rashi didn't do it. Rashi said it on the words to eulogize Sarah and to bewail her. So we have here 4 questions that we ask. All these 4 questions will be answered one through the other. And we will start this way. In Tfilat Arbit, every day, we are saying at the end of Hashkivenu Avinu, we are saying there, Vehaser Satan milefanenu umeacharenu. Remove the Samach Mem from before us and from behind us. The Baal Tiferet Israel in Mesechet Avot, in Perek Daled, Mishnah Bet, at the end of the letter Yud Bet there, he brings Milefanenu, remove the Satan from before us. The meaning is that he will not prevent us from fulfilling mitzvot. And what is remove him from behind of us, in order that he will not push us from the back to do averot. But that is another explanation that was said by the Mefarshim. Remove the Satan from before us means that he will not prevent us from doing mitzvot. And the meaning of removing from behind us means that if we succeeded to overcome the Satan and we didn't listen to him and he didn't prevented us from fulfilling the mitzvah, and we fulfilled the mitzvah properly, remove him from behind us, that we will not have any regret that we fulfilled the mitzvah. Now, the Satan, he knew the power of Akedat Yitzchak. He knew that this is the whole pillar that Am Yisrael relies upon. Therefore, he tried to prevent Abraham from fulfilling the order of Borei Olam, Akedat Yitzchak. The Midrash says in Bereshit, in Parashat, in the Tanchuma, he says what the Satan did. He came to him on the way, and he was looking like an old man, the Samach man. And he came to speak to Abraham as an old man to an old man. And he said to him, an old man like you are going to kill your son, a son that was born after 100 years? Think about it. Abraham Avinu didn't listen to him. Then the Satan changed himself into a young person, and he came to Yitzchak, And he said to him, Yitzchak, you know how many fasts your father did that you will be born. And now he became crazy. He became senile. And he's going to kill you. Yitzchak didn't listen to him. And both of them went. And Abraham Avinu fulfilled the mitzvah, and Yitzchak helped him to that Abraham will be able to do it. And he told to Abraham Avinu, tie me strong in order that everything will be fine and the shechita, everything will be good, and no, the shechina will not be pasul. When the Satan saw that he didn't succeed from before, milfanenu, so he came from the back. Sorry, before this I have to say, the Midrash says, so after he spoke to Yitzchak, what the Satan did, he made a river on the way to stop Abraham to walk. And what happened was that Abraham and Yitzchak, they went into the water till the neck, and they crossed the water. When the Satan saw that he didn't succeed to prevent Abraham from fulfilling the mitzvah, milfanenu, so what did he do? He decided, you know what? Let me come me'achareinu. What did he do? He went to Sarah and he told her the story that Abraham Avinu took his son and he put him on the altar. He didn't continue to tell her, I mean, he didn't succeed to continue that he is alive. He remained alive. And when Sarah heard it, she passed away. What the Satan thought with telling the story, he thought he had a hope that now he will succeed, that Abraham Avinu will regret on what he did. And the mitzvah that he did will be gone. Because if a person is fulfilling a mitzvah and he regrets what he did, the mitzvah vaporizes and nothing remains from the mitzvah. This what the Satan believed, that he will succeed, and this way Am Israel will lose the pillar of Akedah. The Satan didn't succeed with this. Not milefanenu and not ma'acharenu. Not from behind, or not from before the mitzvah, and not behind, after the Abraham fulfilled the mitzvah. And Abraham, when he came directly from Har Moriah to eulogize Sarah. What did he say while he was eulogizing Sarah? What did he say there? Abraham Avinu said, everyone should listen. You know, how come I succeeded to bring Yitzchak on the altar? And how come Yitzchak didn't stop me? And he went on the altar willingly, with no hesitation. Everything was because of Sarah. With this, in the eulogize, he strengthened the idea, no regret. Everything was because of her. From now, we will be able to answer all the questions that we brought. And there is a book, it's called Kohelet Yitzchak. Abraham Avinu knew the way of the Samach man, Satan, that now he will come behind him. Therefore, When he came from Har Moriah, he came with simcha. And he didn't regret on what he did. And he didn't want also that people will see that he regrets. So therefore, the eulogize was long. Eulogize Sarah with long words. And the cry that he cried very, very little cry. And he said that everything was because of Sarah. As a hint to this is the little kaf in the word velivkota. He came to eulogize Sarah and to bewail her, to cry. He cried very little in order that he will not, nothing will come into his mind to have a regret, and that nobody will think that he has any regret on what he did. Therefore, we can understand now the third question that we ask, why the pasuk changed the order. Lispod lesara velivkota, to eulogize Sarah and to bewail her. And the pasuk didn't say to bewail Sarah and to eulogize her, because Abraham Avinu wanted to show that the main thing by him is the eulogizing, and not the crying. The crying is something from the side. He overcame the crying, and he cried very little in order that he will not have any regret. Therefore, we will be able to answer also the fourth question. Rashi brought the story about the Satan, that he came to Sarah, not on the words, Vatamot Sarah, Sarah died. And you know what's the reason? Because the Satan told her. Rashi didn't write it over there. Rashi wrote the story where? On the pasuk, on the words, Lispod Sarah velivkota, to eulogize Sarah and to bewail. Why? To tell us that even though that instead of Yitzchak on the altar, Sarah was sacrificed, her life, nevertheless, Abraham Avinu succeeded to remove the Satan from behind the mitzvah, after he fulfilled the mitzvah, that he will not regret on what he did. Ten tests Abraham Avinu had. But there is a machloket among the Rishonim. What was the 10? We will pick one thing. Rashi, Rambam, on the Mishnah of Masechet Avot. In Masechet Avot, the 10 tests are being brought in the Mefarshim on Masechet Avot, Perek Hey, Mishnah Gimel, Mishnah Daled. Over there, it's written 10 nisyonot, 10 tests Abraham Avinu had, and he passed all of them. What are the tests? So the Rambam and Rashi, they are saying that the 10th one was Akedat Yitzchak. But I saw that there is other opinions. Rabbeinu Yonah, on the Mishnah, Masechet Avot, on the bottom of Masechet Avot, he says that the 10th test is not Akedat Yitzchak. The 10th one, the Akedat Yitzchak, is number 9. The number 10 is the death of Sarah and and her burial. And the same thing says the Ramban in the Parashat, in Perek Gimel, Pasuk Yutet. The Chizkuni also says it, and so also in Sefer Hayashar of Rabbeinu Tam, and they are saying the 10th Nisayon was the burial of Sarah. What is the Nisayon there? The Nisayon is that even though Borei Olam said to Avraham Avinu, Kum ithalech ba'aretz, walk in the land, north to south, and east to west. The land is yours. Nevertheless, when Avraham Avinu, his wife, passed away, he didn't find a place where can he bury her. And he had to go and to buy it with a lot of money from Ephron Achiti. And even though Avraham Avinu was with a strong question, he didn't think anything bad on Borei Olam. He accepted it as is. So maybe we can say why Rashi and the Rambam are saying that the 10th test is Akedat Yitzchak, and they didn't accept that the 10th test is the burial, the death of Sarah and her burial. Could be, we can say, that the reason is because the Midrash in Bereshit says that after Akedat Yitzchak, Avraham Avinu stood in front of Borei Olam and he told him, Borei Olam, I'm not going to move from this place unless you will swear that you are not going to test me anymore. And Borei Olam sweared. And he said, Binishbati Neum Hashem, I'm not going to test you anymore. Comes out that the burial, the death of Sarah and the burial is not considered a test. Or maybe we can say that the Rambam and the Rashi and the Rambam holds that the death of Sarah and the burial are included in the test of the Akedah. That Avraham Avinu didn't think anything, any regret. Why he sacrificed Yitzchak that caused Sarah's death, that he needed now to buy kever for Sarah with a lot of money. We are now in a time of a war in Eretz Israel. A lot of levayot. Every day, unfortunately, we have a levaya here. Yesterday, we came to, or the yeshiva went also to Har Herzl. It was the Shloshim of Ori Shani, the son of Rav Yoshua Shani. And it was very, very sad. If we think the first connection that Am Yisrael had with Eretz Israel, with the land of Eretz Israel, was the possession that Avraham Avinu did. And this is written in our Parashat. The first possession was that Avraham Avinu bought a field For what? To bury Sarah. To bury Sarah Imenu, to bury our mother Sarah. And I would have said in other words also, unfortunately, nowadays we are continuing to have the possession, our possession in Eretz Israel, by burying children. The land of Israel was bought by putting Sarah, our mother, our holy mother, in the kever in Maarat HaMachpelah, and now her holy children are continuing to have the possession by putting them in the ground as Sarah Imenu. When Am Israel came on them the Sarah of Haman, Chachamim, the Gemara, asked the question, why? And the Gemara says, Sha'alu Talmidav, Gemara Mesechet במגילה, מפני מה נתחייבו שונאיהם של ישראל שבאותו הדור תל היה? Why? Am Israel were judged to be destroyed at that time, to vanish. They, the giants, the Chachamim, they could have asked the question, Lama, in Hebrew. Why? Lama in Hebrew. We don't have the power to ask the word Lama. We can ask, we have to remove the letter Lamed from the word Lama. And he will remove the letter Lamed, we will remain with the word Ma. What? Ma. מה אנו צריכים לעשות? What we have to do nowadays. What we can do. First of all, we have to learn from our giants. First of all, we have to participate with the trouble of Am Israel. Gemara in Masechet Ta'anit says, in a time that Am Israel is in pain, and one of them doesn't participate, every person, when he walks, two angels, good angels, are walking with him. But when he removes himself from the pain of the majority, and he doesn't participate, these good angels are putting their two hands on his head, and they are saying, Mr. So-and-so, he doesn't participate. He left. He says, okay, this trouble is not mine. This is the Am Israel in Israel. They have this problem. Such a man, says the Gemara, he will not have the merit to see the nechama of the tzibur. He will not see the redemption of the majority. And this is the halacha in Shulchan Aruch. In Siman Taf Kuf Pei Hei, Seif Hei, says Maran Bet Yosef, Kol haporesh min hatzibur, everyone who leaves the majority, אינו רואה בנחמתם. וכל המצטער עם הציבור, but if he is participating with the majority, even though the trouble has nothing to do with him, רואה בנחמתם. He will see the redemption. Explains the Magen Abraham on the Shulchan Aruch. What does it mean he leaves? He doesn't do. What he doesn't do? He doesn't do things that he can do. And what he can do, says, things that can help. What can help? Tefillah, praying, ta'anit, fasting, and mammon, and money, to help with money. The Gemara says also, and Am Israel fought with Amalek, and this is our fight now. Moshe Rabbeinu was with them. Yoshua was the officer, he was the general, and Am Israel is fighting against Amalek. And Moshe is standing there, and he lifts his hands to help Am Israel, to help the soldiers. Moshe Rabbeinu was standing so long that he became tired. He couldn't stand anymore. So the pasuk says, "Vayikhu even," they took a stone and they put on the floor, and Moshe Rabbeinu was sitting on the stone. Asks the Gemara, Moshe Rabbeinu could sit on the stone? They couldn't bring a cushion? They couldn't bring a sofa that Moshe Rabbeinu will sit? Says the Gemara, they could. They wanted. But Moshe Rabbeinu didn't want. And he said to them, you want to bring me a cushion? You want to bring me a sofa? Am Israel is in trouble. They are fighting. I will be also with sorrow with them. I will participate them with their pain. And this what I think the boys of the yeshiva, the boys that were in the yeshiva, I think this is the way that they have to conduct. First of all, praying, adding, saying Tehillim, extra Tehillim, add something, learn more Torah. If there is a way to help with the money that are being collected for helping Am Israel, it's also good. Everyone, whatever he can, he should do. Things that helps. To go to enjoy in places. I think that it will be better that they will prevent themselves not to go to enjoy at that time when Am Israel is in such a situation, even though it has nothing to do with us at this moment. But whatever we can, we should do. The boys in the yeshiva, everyone took upon himself to learn more Mishnayot for helping the soldiers in Eretz Israel to fight. They don't go out at all. And they are praying, have more kavanah in the praying, and they are adding and saying more prakim of Tehillim to help our soldiers to defeat all the evil that exists in Gaza, which the world doesn't see so much evil which is against Jews. They can understand evil that comes against them, but they don't understand evil that hits Jews. Therefore, we have to use our ammunition, which ammunition that we are not the boys in America, they cannot come to fight, but they have another ammunition. The ammunition is Tehillim, Torah, Tefillah, Tzedakah. We want, B'ezrat Hashem, let's hope that Borei Olam will help Am Yisrael and will be zocher to Yeshuat Hashem keheref ayin. Have a bracha v'atzlacha and Shabbat Shalom. Thank you to Isaac Dweck for establishing the shiur, and to Avram Shomer that he is the shomer that will the shiur will take care every week. Chazak Baruch. Shabbat Shalom.